Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to the class on sustainable purchasing and procurement. In the previous lecture, we explored the strategic role of procurement in driving sustainability across supply chains. We also discussed the difference between green procurement and sustainable procurement, and we looked at the various drivers and barriers that companies face in adopting sustainable procurement practices. Today, we will look into the strategic frameworks that can guide sustainable procurement, including the Kralzik matrix, and we will explore eco-label certifications and life cycle assessment as tools for decision making in procurement. Additionally, we will look at practical procurement actions that managers can take to integrate sustainability into their sourcing strategies. By the end of this lecture, you should be able to understand how the Kralzik matrix can be adapted for sustainability in procurement. You will recognize the role of eco-labels and certifications in simplifying supplier selection. And you will also understand the process of life cycle assessment and how it informs sustainable procurement decisions. We will also apply practical strategies for implementing sustainable procurement in our organization. Let's begin by looking at the Kralzik matrix and how it can guide sustainable procurement decisions. The Kralzik matrix, which is adapted for sustainability, now give me answer to a question that how will you prioritize suppliers when considering sustainable procurement? Will you use or do you use any frameworks to guide your decisions? The Kralzik matrix is a well-known tool used to clarify procurement items based on their profit impact and supply risk. By adapting the Kralzik matrix for sustainability, procurement managers can identify strategic items, leveraged items, bottleneck items, and non-critical items, and then determine the best approach to make them more sustainable. The Kralzik matrix classifies procurement items into 4 categories based on 2 dimensions: profit impact and supply risk. Let's explore how this matrix can be applied to sustainable procurement. Strategic items are high profit impact and high supply risk. For these items, procurement should build partnerships and engage in co-innovation with suppliers to develop sustainable solutions. Long-term contracts and deep collaboration are key here. For example, if a company relies on palm oil, which is controversial due to deforestation concerns, it can work with suppliers to source certified sustainable palm oil and invest in joint initiatives for better farming practices. Number 2, leverage items, that is high profit impact and low supply risk. Procurement managers can leverage their buying power to demand better sustainability from suppliers. This is where material substitution, such as using recycled plastics or sustainable raw materials, can drive both cost and sustainability optimization. A company might choose to switch from using virgin plastic to recycled plastic for packaging as long as the supply of recycled materials is stable. Number 3 are the bottleneck items, low profit impact and high supply risk. For these items, procurement should focus on risk mitigation by diversifying sources and engaging with industry coalitions. Advocating for standards and regulations can raise the baseline for sustainability. For example, cobalt is used in electronics and electric vehicles, but its sourcing often involves human rights issues. Procurement managers can push for fair labor standards and responsible mining practices by engaging with industry, wide initiatives, and seeking alternative sources. Number 4 are non-critical items that are low profit impact, low supply risk. For non-critical items, procurement can standardize sustainability criteria in the supplier selection process. Certifications can help ensure that suppliers meet environmental and social standards. For example, for items like office supplies or packaging materials, procurement can require suppliers to have certifications like Fair Trade and ISO 14001 to ensure they meet sustainability standards. The Kralzik matrix helps procurement managers to prioritize sustainability efforts based on profitability and supply risk while creating a strategy that matches the level of sustainability required for each category. Now look into the assessment tool and eco labels. Let's look into assessment tool first, which is life cycle assessment. What role do eco labels and certifications play in ensuring the sustainability of products, and how do you evaluate them in your sourcing decisions? To help streamline the procurement process and ensure that sustainability standards are met, procurement managers often rely on eco labels and certifications. These third-party certifications simplify supplier selection by providing independent verification that a supplier meets environmental, social, and ethical criteria. Let's explore the role of eco labels and life cycle assessment. LCA is a sustainable procurement tool, and eco labels are third-party certifications that verify a product or service that meets specific environmental or social standards. They help procurement managers quickly identify products that are more sustainable and reduce the risk of greenwashing. Some common eco labels and certifications include Fair Trade. It ensures that products are sourced from ethical producers who pay fair wages and adhere to social standards. Marine Stewardship Council (MSC). It certifies sustainable fisheries and ensures that fish and seafood are harvested using environmentally responsible methods. Rainforest Alliance, which is called FSC. It certifies that forest products are sourced from forests that are sustainability managed and meet environmental and social standards. Carbon Trust. Carbon Trust provides carbon footprint verification to help organizations understand and reduce their carbon emissions. ISO 14001, a process standard for environmental management system, focuses on minimizing environmental impacts across a business operations. ISO 20400. It provides a guidance on sustainable procurement, helping organizations integrate sustainability into their procurement processes. While eco labels help simplify decision making, they often have limitations as well. For example, many eco labels have a single issue focus, for example, social or environmental, which may not capture the full life cycle. It may not capture the impact of a life cycle on a product. As such, combining eco labels with other tools like LCA can provide a more comprehensive evaluation. Life cycle assessment is a systematic method for evaluating the environmental impacts of a product or service from cradle to grave, from raw material extraction to the final product and the disposal of the product. LCA considers all stages of the product life cycle and help procurement managers make more informed decisions based on environmental impact. The ISO 14040, it outlines the steps for conducting an LCA. Number 1, goal and scope. Define the functional unit and system boundaries for the product or services being assessed. Number 2, inventory analysis. Collect data on the inputs and outputs at each stage of product life cycle, for example, raw material, energy use, emission. Number 3, impact assessment. Translate inventory data into environmental impacts such as carbon footprint, water use, and pollution level. Number 4. Interpretation. Analyze the results and provide recommendations for improvement. While full LCAs are resource intensive, they provide valuable insights for high impact procurement decisions. Many companies use streamlined LCAs or generic data sets to evaluate products quickly. Standards like PAS 2050 help standardize carbon footprinting, making it easier for businesses to assess the sustainability of their procurement choices. Practical procurement actions and implementation roadmap. Now that we have discussed the strategic frameworks and tools available for sustainable procurement, let's look at some practical actions that businesses can take to integrate sustainability into their procurement practices. Embed sustainability in sourcing policy. Sustainability should be embedded in a company's sourcing policy, ensuring that minimum environmental and social requirements are met for all procurement decisions. This could include setting sustainability criteria for suppliers, ensuring that supplier audits and certifications are part of the procurement process. Segment suppliers using the Kralzik matrix plus sustainability lens. Using the Kralzik matrix, procurement managers can segment suppliers based on category risk and impact. This helps direct effort and resource to high risk, high impact suppliers while ensuring that sustainability is prioritized where it matters most. Use certifications strategically. For low risk categories, certifications like Fair Trade or Carbon Trust can help simplify supplier selection. For more strategic suppliers, a combination of LCA data, supplier audits, and long term partnership may be necessary to ensure robust sustainability performance. Build supplier capability. Collaboration with suppliers is a key to achieving sustainability goals. This can include sharing best practices for sustainability, co funding pilots and green innovation projects, providing training to suppliers to help them meet sustainability requirements. Due diligence and traceability. Implementing supplier mapping and risk screening for issues like human rights, bribery and environmental hotspots is crucial for ensuring that suppliers meet ethical and environmental standards. Contracts should include clauses that require suppliers to provide transparency in their operations. Measure and report setting KPIs and integrating them into procurement is essential for tracking the progress of sustainable procurement efforts. Key performance indicators could include the percentage of sustainable spend, supplier audits completed, scope 3 emissions reduced, collaborate across buyers. Finally, collaborative buying power can be a powerful tool for achieving sustainable procurement goals. Procurement consortia or sector initiative can increase leverage, especially for bottleneck items where individual buyers may have limited influence. So, let's wrap up the lecture by telling the sustainable procurement requirements. It required a strategic framework like the Kralzik matrix, which help classify suppliers and direct efforts based on profit impact and supply risk. Eco-labels and life cycle assessments are essential tools for evaluating suppliers and making sustainable procurement decisions. Practical steps like embedding sustainability in sourcing policies, building supplier capabilities, and measuring progress can drive tangible improvements in supply chain sustainability. In the next week, we will explore sustainable logistics and green supply chain management, continuing our journey to a more sustainable future. Thank you so much.